Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius June 24, 2022. Venus heads into harmony with your sign and will transit your sector of joy. This transit encourages you to express yourself more freely and happily in the weeks ahead. You feel comfortable in your own skin, and there can be notable and enjoyable events related to pastimes, hobbies, romance, leisure, recreation, or children. Others recognize and respond to your natural charm more than usual, and you harmonize with others more easily. Your social life may smooth out. Your natural charm shines through, and matters related to love and entertainment are in favor. Today, your thoughts, mindset, or conversations are animated. There can be openness in your communications or a breakthrough in a project or learning endeavor. You'd think today's intensity-seeking Venus-Pluto trine would turn up the heat, but to each their own. Not to put a damper on your love horoscope, but the majority of you will be focusing on personal matters, as well as your well-being. Single or taken, this is all thanks to the Sun's shift into Cancer and your 6th house of responsibility. Although, since the Sun also rules your relationship sector, some of you may opt for adulting with your significant other and perhaps running some important errands. Others of you could also be in the process of moving or readorning your living space. Make it count. Try not to let your moods affect your work life. Now that the Sun is in moody Cancer, you may feel more emotional than usual. Typically, you are a more removed sign who prefers an intellectual dissection of your work life. But Cancer season will have you feeling more sensitive than usual, which may impact the vibe you bring to your job. How you feel may affect more people than intended at work, even if you do not realize it. But since you have such a presence, you could bring lots of happiness and light to your work throughout Cancer season. You've accomplished more than you ever expected of your personal goals of the past, and now you're considering new goals for the future. You're feeling more ambitious and more apt to take chances, as your past successes have you feeling optimistic. A lot of new options are open to you, and this is a great day to go over them all. A final decision can wait, however, until you've been able to discuss your ideas with those in the know. You will have to put up with unpleasantness in your private life, being asked repeatedly to take a stance on awkward conflicts. Some decisions may be taken that cause you great pain. Try to see this phase as a chance for inner growth. If you find the right way of doing things, you will be successful. Take newbies by the hand and show them around. You've got a way with new friends and acquaintances, and the experience will be good for all of you. Constantly tempted to seek pleasure for yourself, you don't even consider the thought of sharing intimate moments with another. If this is the way you feel, your attitude may satisfy you in the short term, but you notice something is missing, you're disenchanted. Practice self-restraint, reflect on your conduct. The name of the game for you is action. There is a great deal of force putting pressure on you to get the ball rolling. One of these forces may be coming from a romantic interest that is waiting for you to make the next move. You may have many projects on the table, and are not sure where to focus your energy. Don't feel like you need to concentrate on any one thing. The key is to maintain balance among all. Take care that you don't overlook important details on this day. This essence can enhance your ability to see things on a grand scale, but without attention to the small areas, your endeavors won't go as well as you want them to. Just take the time to look things over closely, or ask someone to do this for you when it comes to such things as contracts and agreements. Better to be cautious than to wind up making a mistake. Thanks to the Moon's departure from your communication sector yesterday and an alignment with Mars just before leaving, you are not only more emotionally engaged but have a better read on where to channel his war on communication barriers. The Moon has made it easier to wear your heart on your sleeve and to express your emotional responses, something that Mars will continue to take advantage of during his remaining 11 days here. It comes just as Venus and Mercury have teamed up to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page. Knowing that the Moon is just 2 days away from your romantic sector, there is time to first adjust to having Venus, the planet of love here for the first time in over a year. On the heels of the Sun's departure earlier in the week and with Mercury on hand to give your heart a voice, Venus has returned to begin what can be some of the most romantically charged weeks of the year. Our eyes in the sky. We want to start connecting with others on a deep level, marking a time of improved interpersonal relationships. However, we might also want to rush relationships and emotions. Keep in mind that it's important to get to know people before diving into a committed partnership or becoming best friends. As long as you take your time getting to know others, the new moon can yield results all around. Being safe in the company of others is extremely important during this luminary. In typical Pisces fashion, use your intuition when telling fact from fantasy and reality from untruths. Trust your gut and make choices that coincide with your intuition. It can help you navigate through life. This is also a wonderful day to make conservative, not risky, investments to help elevate your bank account and assets to new heights. Also give your home and family some love today. Redecorate and spruce up your dwelling. Call your family and tell them how much you care about them now. Reach out and open your heart to others. Today, we welcome the vibrancy of a new season as we celebrate the summer solstice, and at the same time the sun moves into warm-hearted Cancer. Now that the summer is getting into full swing, we can take full advantage of Cancer's excellent hosting abilities by throwing parties and summarizing our environments. After midnight, Venus in Taurus forms a trine to Pluto in Capricorn, intensifying romantic and financial situations. While difficult Venus-Pluto aspects might cause us to behave jealously, the trine shows us the value of digging deep and investigating what lies beneath surface-level interactions in ways that are ultimately transformative. A love affair that begins now would be one where each person negotiates their power dynamics through the vessel of the relationship, achieving healing in the process. We can use this influence to overcome sexual hang-ups and trust issues with our partners. On a material level, this can be a good time to invest in property or assets. They may come with hidden perks, yielding unexpected value over time. Shortly following this, the Sun exits cerebral Gemini to journey through emotional Cancer in the month ahead. At this time, we become more aware of which relationships, business, or domestic factors allow us to feel safe in expressing our identity. To this end, we might be more attracted to that which reminds us of our past, which we view through a haze of nostalgia. We can pine for our childhoods or the way that things used to be. Our frame of reference is insular, making us more comfortable on our home turf, within established relationships or family dynamics. Our ego and our emotions are aligned, so we are less self-conscious about sharing our feelings. Yet, we still prefer to reveal ourselves to those who have earned our trust, as we know that not everyone is worthy of witnessing our vulnerability.